Hi, everybody. It's Jared Wade. My volume is turned up. I'm going to turn that down. There we go. Jared Wade, I'm the Communications Director for the town of Avon, and I am here with our Senior Planner, Ian. And we're going to talk a little bit about the BZA meeting that happened last night. This is a new thing that we're doing starting in 2022, where after hopefully most of the public meetings, I'm going to take about 5 minutes, sit down with the different staff members that led those meetings, and then break it down in a real simple 5-minute condensed bite-sized nugget of information so that way you, the community, can stay up to date with what's going on and just know what's happening. So, BZA meeting happened last night, right,
Yep.
Ian? Perfect. So, three big questions that we're going to ask. I'm going to ask Ian and I'm going to ask everybody when we do these. First one is what? So, what happened at the BZA meeting?
Sure. So last night we had 3 requests for special exceptions, all of which were approved, subject to some conditions. But the first one, SC 21-04, that was to allow for a place of worship within an I2 zoning district. SC 21-05 was to allow for a drive-through within Tier 1 of the US Highway 36 overlay zoning district. And the third, SC 21-06, was to allow for a car wash within an I2 zoning district and within Tier 2 of the US Highway 36 overlay district.
Cool. So that's the what. That's what happened at the meeting. Just three simple things that were going on. Let's talk a little bit about the why. So why were these things brought into the BZA, and why were they? What was that process?
Sure. A special exception is basically a petition that's required by our ordinance, and it essentially, very basically, determines a use's suitability in a given location. So the board had 9 criteria that they weighed each of these petitions on to determine that these uses are okay in their location and in their zoning designation.
Cool. And they didn't see anything wrong. They were
Nope,
good.
they met all the criteria and they were all approved.
Okay. So the what, the why, and I'm sure if you're watching and you're a resident or you're another business owner here in Avon, you're probably wondering, who is this going to affect? Is this going to affect me? Out of these three, Ian, who is this going to affect, if anybody?
It's really not going to have a substantial effect on the community as a whole. It was really just an approval of 2 businesses and a small church. So we're really excited to have these businesses and this church here in town, and possibly maybe useful to the community. But other than that, it shouldn't have any lasting ramifications or
Nothing
otherwise.
negative. There's no negative elements happening. We're just bringing in 2 small businesses, a business that used to be here, and there was a different business, and then another business. Now a new owner has come in. That's the Orange Leaf.
Yep, and they're just adding a drive-through there.
Adding a drive-through there, and then we have a car detailing location that's going to be, if you're familiar with Red Curb, it's right behind Red Curb. So if you want to go check them out, they're going to be, I think they're already operational and doing some cool things, and of course, a new house of worship. So under 5 minutes, I think we did it. Yay!
I'm happy about that.
I know we are. Once again, I'm going to try to do these the day after every public meeting, so that way you can stay up to date. If you have questions, reach out to us. Ian, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, my
You're the
pleasure.
first person to do a little 5-minute recap.
I'll be back once a month.
There you go. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.